Hey guys, I'm Ashley.
I'm Sri.
And welcome to Double Disappointments.
On today's episode, we're going to be chatting about something me and Ash have experienced a little too much.
A little too much.
Yeah, and we know you've experienced it too.
Yes, sir.
And that is, girl,
The infamous brown boys. Yes.
we've dated them. We've loved them.
We've hated them.
We've really hated them. Yeah.
Good and bad.
In our 22 years of living, we've experienced way too much of this like little genre of dating.
Absolutely.
And so, Ash, I want to start off by asking, like, what has been your personal experience dating in this community?
Okay. It's been a lot. I feel like the first time I started like going on dates and just being a little bit like ooh la la when I was like 15, 16. I feel like it's not like too whatever, like it's a whatever age, but I feel like in the beginning I only went for Punjabi guys. I feel like that is the thing that was my type, like the fair skin, thick brows, like tall. Like that was like my shit. Some shit happened. And then I was like, okay, we're not like having this anymore. So then I feel like I've only found myself dating brown men, really. I didn't really ever, like, I used to crush on other people, but when it came to like dating, why do I keep saying dating? Dating, getting serious, it would only be brown men.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you, or did you kind of explore?
No, at first it was 100% just brown men.
Okay, yeah.
And for some reason, girl, I always felt like safer with them in some ways because they understood like the nuances of being brown. Yeah. So like, do not pick me up at my house. I will get murdered. You know, pick me up down the street or pick me up at the library or pick me up at Walmart. Like, do not come to my house. You're going to kill me. And like trying to explain that to a white boy is like, what the fuck? Like, are you doing with your life? And so I only dated brown men for like 3 years, 4 years, until I was like, no, it's okay. There's other colors on the spectrum. Give them many flavors, you know. So you gotta give it a shot. And then I started dating like a little bit more. Okay, but at first it was just like you, strictly brown men. Yeah. And so I've experienced, and you've experienced, like kind of like the idiosyncrasies of dating just brown men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because, like, I was always kind of like a date to marry kind of girl.
Okay.
Or, you know, I don't know why. My ass, a 15-year-old me was like, no, like, I'm serious. I don't know why. Yeah. For what reason? Even my sister's like, relax, Ashley. You're literally like 15. Like, have fun. But I don't know. So, that's why I found myself just sticking amongst the brown community. Because I just feel like with, like, culture and, like, all that stuff, like, they just get it, as you said. So I was just like, in the future, I could only really see myself being with someone like that. You know? Like, I don't know, I spit out like Hindi words randomly, like fucking like bakwas, this, that, and then like I can't be explaining that to a white man.
No, seriously. Like,
you know?
We've talked about this before, but like I cannot take a white boy to a restaurant and like he's eating a dosa and he'll be like, oh, what's the spicy pancake? And I'm like, no, please don't fucking say that. Like, no, right? Yeah. And like teaching a man what a samosa is. Like I don't have the facilities for that right now.
The patience. I don't have the patience.
No, seriously. So I feel you. Like I love dating brown men sometimes because there's just that cultural understanding and like they just get things right away. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not for like restricting oneself and restricting others because I know there's beauty in everyone, 100%. You know. And so I hate being like, oh, I'm only gonna marry a brown man. Yeah. I don't know if Henry Cavill comes knocking on my door, I'd get on my knees for that man. You know what I mean? So like, I feel that. Yeah.
I get that. It's hard. I feel like it's like the societal thinking of being like just seeing couples being like brown girl, brown guy marrying another brown girl. You know, like all like that.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. But I love things nowadays with all like the interracial like couples and this and that. Like it's a vibe. It really is a vibe. Like I saw one, I think it was like a Filipino and like Indian wedding, and just seeing the cultures merge was so beautiful.
Seriously.
So I was like, Ashley, open up your mind. Like, and I'm open to it, but I feel like it's just unlearning those things from growing up. You know what I'm saying?
It is a lot of unlearning because I feel like we've unconsciously been told like that is wrong.
Yes.
Or like it is not accepted.
100%.
And doing the right thing is just marrying someone from your same culture, your same religion, same sector. Like, you know, and it's like so much of it. And we have shows even now in like Indian matchmaking that we see where it's like that same narrative is pretty much there all the time. And so it's hard to kind of deviate from the norm because it is like, what are people going to say?
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question.
Yes.
We can talk about looks too, but like in size wise, like what is your type in a person and your man?
Oh my God. I need my man to be smart. I love a smart man. Like, I'm not talking about smart. Like, you don't have to like deep throat hard books like cover. I don't give a fuck, you know. But like just like a little bit of street smart, know how to talk to people, know how to be like a genuinely normal person in a conversation. please don't do crypto, but like whatever. Yeah.
Finance.
Oh God, finance bros. And like banter. I love a good banter. And girl, okay, this is maybe my toxic trait. I love a good fight. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's our Cancer ass.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Like, why don't you want to argue with
me?
them?
Yes. If they're just quiet, I'm like, give me something to work with.
Talk shit, man.
Yes.
Hit me, but don't hit me. You know what I mean? Like, just like literally come for my ass and like let's just like bite, banter, because it's sexy. You know what I mean? It's really hot and it like gets me like going.
Hate spicy time, like. It's a thing for a reason.
Yeah. So I just like need that good energy, good banter, and just like being able to match someone's energy while still being true to yourself, whatever that means, you know? So for me, intelligence, banter, I am wet for days. Like, it's fine.
100%. No, I feel that.
Yeah. What about you, Ro?
I feel like my number one thing, and like I'm very like, I don't know, obviously we value all these things, but for me, like number one is like loyalty. I like
period.
Like when it comes to like even like following some of these like people, that, you know, like some of these like, okay, if she's posting only bikini pics and boobs out, like some people will be like, oh, it's fine, it's just an Instagram, like it's not like they're hooking up, but like no, like it kind of is, you know? So I'm really about like a loyal man, like he's gotta like, cause like he's gonna be my number one, I gotta be your number one, like this gotta be reciprocated. And I love just like I love like introverted, sweet, like just like quiet, I call them like, me and my sister call them nunu men. Like the little nunus, you know? I love that like quality where they're just like really emotionally mature, but they like keep it on the inside. They're very like analytical, like they like observe things. And like, because I'm a bitch who can talk for days, right? Like as we said, we can talk to like a wall. So I need someone who like is a little bit of a listener, but also like can open up to me. And like I love being the person where I'm like, I call it a Ferrero Rocher, where it's like that hard like outside, but then you get into like the goodness and the gooiness of the inside. And I'm like, I like that like hard exterior where it's like they're a little hard to get behind, like you're a little cold in the beginning. I love that because you're not like all this and that with all of you know.
True. Okay, I don't want someone who just walks into a room and like, whoa, I'm like that party girl.
Yes.
Like, please stop being a slut. Like, I can't handle it right now. I also do kind of like that introverted type because I think, like you said, because we're like a lot of the times very loud women. Yeah. I tend to retreat to someone who's a little bit more like chill. Yes. I'm like, because like if you loud too, we just a noise threat at that time. Like it's not gonna go well. Yeah,
exactly.
So I love how you like mentally. It's just essentially the opposite of who we are.
Exactly.
Know? I really
the
like
opposites
that.
attract. Whole situation.
It's so true though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. Okay, so along with the whole like dating experience, this that, what would you say is like your worst dating story?
Oh my god.
Like when you look back, you're like, I want to like put bleach in my mind and like erase this from memory.
I got many. Okay. You got many? I
do, but I'm just trying to think of like the juiciest.
The worst one.
The worst. Yeah.
I remember one time, and I liked this guy. He was tall.
Okay.
And he had a face, so you know it did the job.
Okay.
But I was in college, and like we were like kind of dating, kind of talking, and like he was really sweet. He would try to pick me up like after class, and so like he would be like outside and pick me up, and like that was a pretty common thing. Yeah. And like that day, he was like, "Yeah, like come out, I'm here for you." And I'm like, "Oh, thinking we're like gonna eat something, or maybe we're gonna talk, like it's gonna be chill, right?" And like I literally walk up to the car, and I get in, and there's a man in the back of his car, and it's his friend, and I'm just like, "Oh, fun." And so it's just like I'm just chilling with him and his friend, and I'm like, I get it, like wanting to introduce your girl to your friends. This is not the way.
No,
this is 100%. And
he didn't let you know, right?
No.
He's like, oh, you and me, we're gonna do a little something, little date. Pulls up.
And there's a man, and like, thank you for the gift.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What you want me to do?
Like, I don't know. I don't do that.
No, Eiffel Tower here, honey. Like, no.
Oh my god, yeah. But that was like just one where I'm like, okay, so he a little slow. Yeah. What about you? What's like your horrible dating story?
Loki's is very similar.
Yeah.
It's very similar. He was like, oh yeah, like we'll hang out, like blah blah blah, like go on a little date, something. And I was like, okay. And then he picks me up, and then wait, I think his like little brother or cousin was there.
Bitch?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, exactly. But then he was like, I thought like we had to like drop him off somewhere. So I was like, oh, that's fine. But then eventually he's like, oh no, he's just gonna tag along with us. And I was like, okay. I don't know. I remember that not being the worst part because when we got there, his ex was sitting there.
The fuck?
And he was like, oh no, my cousin just like likes my ex, so I thought we could all hang out together. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, like my cousin loves my ex, like they're just gonna hang out, the two of them. So I was like, okay. But he's like, no, like we have a thing, so I brought you to be like, yeah, I'm a girl. So I low-key got excited. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm here to be like, yeah, like you're the ex for the reason. Like I'm here. So whatever. I think it was like the 5 of us sitting, like him, ex, cousin, brother, me. Okay, it's like a family reunion. The fuck? And I was like, okay. And those 2 girls giving me like death glares the whole time, like icky. Then eventually at the end of like the meal, he's like, oh, my dad's calling me. Like I need to go home. And I was like, oh my god. So I was like, he's like, he drove me. So he was like, oh, I'll drop you off really quick. And he's like, zoom in, like driving. And I was like, oh my god, like you can like leave me on like the road, like I can walk. Like I was yeah. And he's like, no, it's fine. Like my dad just really needs me home right now. Yeah. So he drops me home, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like going home, and I'm like, oh wow, what a date. I go on Instagram, on his Finsta, because that was the thing at the time.
Finsta was huge, bro.
Finsta, right?
Yeah.
I saw on his Finsta, and it's a selfie of him and the ex at McDonald's, and they like went to get like a little dessert or something after, and I was like, you lied.
That don't look like your dad.
That don't look like your dad.
No. Oh my god.
I like did not let him explain or anything. I blocked him on everything.
As you
like
should.
We were talking on WhatsApp.
The most Indian app ever.
Why? He was fully here. We was fully in America. Yeah. Like that was not needed.
Assimilate.
But yeah, blocked him on the WhatsApp, blocked him on the Skype. No, we didn't talk on Skype. Oh my god. But yeah, I didn't let him explain, and I was like, fuck this, and I was done.
As you should, bitch. I have a story. It's always the cheating, man. It's the one that stings the most. It's not. I wouldn't even fully call it cheating.
It wasn't cheating because we were dating.
Yeah,
but the
whole behavior.
Like,
why are you doing that?
Slutty man.
Slut. He's for the streets. But it was my senior year of high school, girl.
It's always the last year.
It's always the last year. And I was talking to this guy. I really liked him. Okay. He was ugly, but I still loved him. I'm a loyal ass bitch. I'll look beyond it. I'll close my eyes. I'll take my contacts off. It's fine. I'll do the deed. It's okay. And I'm like talking to this man. And
wait, no. I loved him. He was ugly, but I still loved him. See how women are? A man is like, you 1 pound overweight, done.
Like you're too fat. Get out of here.
Fatty, get out of here. And he were like, he ugly. See, like it's like a girl thing of like liking a medium ugly man. Like, oh, we're so sweet, us women.
And he was short, girl. I'm talking 5'3" on a good day.
No.
Yeah. No, really? Man, I was looking down half the time. I could. I sacrificed a lot. I did charity back then.
Charity!
You know? Yeah.
You was going out donating. Yeah.
And this motherfucking man had the audacity. One day he like sits me down in the fucking library, bruh. And he's like, I can't date anymore because like my mom won't let me and she like kicked me out of the home and I gotta get back home, you know? And I'm just like, okay, pussy. Like the fuck you want me to say?
Okay,
like,
Anirudh Pusharodi.
Yeah.
You were talking about that.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, whatever. So I'm like heartbroken about this. I'm crying. And then later my girlfriend calls me and she's like, hey, do you have him on Finsta? And I'm like, it's the fucking Finsta, man. I'm like, no, I don't have him on Finsta. What's going on? And she's like, she's like, oh, there's a picture of him asking a girl out to prom. And I was like, bitch. And the next day I set up another meeting at the library with him and I'm like, I know what you did. She said
recurring meeting on Zoom. Yeah. Like we going back, like circle back. Yeah.
Seriously. And I just remember like telling him off at the library, leaving, and then like never again.
So after saying that to you, he just immediately went to this other girl for prom, and then had the thing to post it and just be so. That's
right now he's balding, so he got his karma. Don't worry, girl. Yeah. He got it.
You cannot do that.
No, he is.
That's so mean.
It hurt my feelings.
That's wow.
Yeah. 17-year-old me was definitely like, aw. Like I thought I was going to marry, not but like I thought he was a sweet boy, and it hurt. It's always that first like heartbreak that like stings a little.
Remember that shit?
Yeah,
100%. I feel like we were still like reminiscing on this at 40. Like that's the worst story. And I'm like, let me tell you when I was 15. Like
I experienced telling back.
Yeah. That's whack. It's just the feeling of being like, oh, I'm so replaceable.
Literally.
Like damn.
Like it was that easy. Yeah. I was just another bitch.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
All right.
Let me just.
You were 5'3", whatever. Right. I gave you an opportunity.
Yeah. Whack.
Yeah. But there's like certain qualities that you kind of look for when you're dating, you know? Yeah. How the most common qualities are kind of like sense of humor, looks, ambition. Yeah. How important are those things for you?
Low key, looks is like one of the lower ones.
Okay, period.
I don't know. Like, it's weird. I feel like, okay, it's the whole thing of like, I was talking to my friends about this the other day too. It's like that whole thing of like good looks versus like attractiveness. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it sounds weird, but like someone's like, you look good, but I just like pretty boys is not something I'm into.
Oh my god,
you know?
Yeah,
Okay.
Like you need to talk.
Yes.
And you need to talk good things. Yes. Man. You can't just be like a model. Like, what am I supposed to do with a model?
Exactly. Like, you're prettier than me.
Yeah.
Like you look like you have natural mascara on.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah.
No, seriously.
So yeah, and pretty boys isn't even something I'm like attracted to.
Yeah.
Like I like a little scruff, a little like yeah,
been depressed, you know, like I have an issue.
Like, a little bit like edge. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like personality is just like the number one for sure. 100%. Yeah. Like, what do you feel like the ratio would be for like looks to like personality?
I'd say because attraction is important.
I get what you're saying. Are we doing attraction and
because like for looks, like do you find their looks attractive to you?
That's
you know what I'm saying, because that's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
You know, like because what we find attractive is subjective to our eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say 70% personality. Yeah, 30% looks.
That's a sexy percentage.
Yeah,
that's a sexy ratio.
Because like even if I like find you like I can smile at your face.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And then, like you talk. If you have a bad personality, it's done for. Like, yes. I can't. What am I supposed to talk to?
Exactly.
Like there's nothing going on. Yeah. What about you? Is it the same or like?
I feel like one thing like I kind of connected to is like when we talk about like girls, I could see this most like beautiful, pretty girl, but if you have an ugly personality, you become like the ugliest girl to me.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact. Even vice versa, where I think all women are beautiful, whatever the fuck, but like say a girl, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's fine.
Yeah.
But if she just has this loving, beautiful personality, I'm like, Gigi Hadid got nothing on this bitch.
Yeah, literally.
I just, the personality really changes how you view someone. So same thing with men. Like, you can be like, I can be neutral when I see you, but then the way you act and stuff like that, just that love, that attraction, like everything builds from there.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the term demisexual?
I have. The fuck it mean?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked me. So it's like when so some people can just see someone and be like, okay, they hot, I want to fuck them, let's fuck.
Yeah.
Totally respect that. You do you, boo. Like, love it. With me personally, I cannot have that physical stuff until I have it emotional, and that's demisexual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I am one.
Right.
So
it's like literally like the attraction. Like I don't find you like nothing until I know about your trauma. Until I know about like what makes you cry. Like seriously, I need to know that shit until I feel that like level of ooh la la with you.
Right. Because like that's connection.
Yes.
To me, you
yeah.
know? Like you got a pretty face, I got a pretty face. Fine. Okay. Like I'll eat it. But like that's about it. You know.
Right.
But like to really connect on a deeper level and like be attracted to you as a person.
Yes.
Like, what are you into?
Right.
And how do you treat people, man? Like, are you a kind person? Are you a douchebag?
Right.
Like, I need to know these things.
Exactly.
And you only get through that, get that through conversation.
Yes.
And just talking to someone. And I think that's when you find love.
100%.
You know? Yeah.
And that's where like, all the like juicy stuff comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not through your face.
Not through your face.
I need something more
Anyone
than just
can have a pretty face.
Seriously, you can wear foundation and like, you know, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like, you can't mask up what's in the heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get a little superficial, bitch.
Okay.
Let's get a little
plastic.
Yeah.
Height. Oh my god, stop.
I know this is such a debate. And we're 5'1".
Arre, don't tell them that.
No, don't tell them that. Why you say that? My friends always give me so much shit for that. They're like, bitch.
Why? Mathematically? Not mathematically.
Physically?
No.
Socially?
Metaphorically?
Spiritually?
Religiously? It does not make any sense.
Yeah. But...
Okay, let's say it at the same time.
What?
The height that
the height that we
ideal
want?
height. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna sound so shitty. Okay. Should we do it? No, let's just say it. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. 5'11". Okay. All right, 5'11".
That's a good.
You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would love a 6'1".
Yeah, no. I'm being greedy.
Yeah, 1 foot.
That's exactly. That's what I'm at. I'm like 5'1", 6'1" just works.
Oh,
that's what we need.
It's so
ooh la la.
It's so sexy.
But you're right. Okay. Ideally
5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
5'10". Yeah. That's a good height.
Yeah.
That's a great height. But then all this debate comes with the short kings, right?
The short king.
The short kings.
Yeah.
I feel like the short men are the ones who are the sassiest. In my opinion, in my experience, the shorter, the sassier the man.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think that has to do with biologically?
I don't know. Maybe something with like
less distribution.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Maybe the brain is not braining.
That makes sense.
You know?
I studied doctor, and that's exactly what they said. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
something's there.
I the shortest I dated was that high school dude, 5'3", and then I went to, I think I did 5'5", 5'6".
Okay, she said +1, +2.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of addition, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't attracted to it sometimes. I was like, yeah.
Wait, like too short or too tall?
Too short, dumbass.
Oh, okay. 5'3", that's not great. What you mean?
He was too tall for me. I needed 5'2", bitch.
No, yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, because like we would fight and like I wasn't choking. You know what I mean? Like I was like actually breathing. Like why am I not suffocating for air right now? Like I want to be dying. And like so I just found it really hard sometimes. Yeah. He treated me with too much respect. Disrespect me a little bit more, you know.
A little bit of that.
Okay.
A little bit of that.
Domestic abuse.
No. A little bit of that, like,
And I just tend to
not like, but
no,
like,
just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I feel you.
Okay, but 6'1", Miss Shorty.
I know it's a problem, but I'm open to all.
Okay.
Just ideally,
yeah,
ideally a 6
ideally.
foot
Dream.
man.
Oh my god,
would be nice.
Ideally 6'4". You know what I'm talking about? Jack Harlow's 6'3".
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, do you like him?
I did until he was a little too slutty for me.
You did get a little slutty.
He like flirts with trees, and I'm like, sir, why?
It's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch.
The Emma Chamberlain video.
Oh my god,
that's cute.
yeah.
He's like, love you. She's like, love you.
I love that one though.
So
yeah.
It's a debate because at the same time it's like, ooh, I like the cold man, but then also a man who knows how to talk. That suaveness. It's cute. Yeah. But also I'm like, who'd you practice with? Right? Why so good?
No, seriously.
Like, what got you to
Let
this point?
Let me see your phone. Do you go through boys' phones?
Okay.
Be honest. 1, 2, 3.
Sometimes. Oh wait.
Okay. I was gonna say something.
My mind was just not my.
I was just like 1, 2, 3, go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
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 But at the same time, I'm like, I want to eat tonight. I want to have dinner. And if I see something small.
Oh, that's actually true. But the thing is, I'll let you go through my phone. Just don't go through my notes. Like, my notes are really, like, not.
Notes and chats with my sister.
Yeah, okay, respect. And photos, don't go there.
Really?
I just look ugly in them half the time. Like, you don't need to see that. So oh, shut the fuck up. Okay, makeup. But yeah, I'd go through a boy's phone. Yeah. And
I get so, like, isn't it so scary? Like, what's your process? What's, like, the first app you're going through? Like, you're going
Messages.
Okay. Valid.
Yeah. Snappy chatty.
Snappy chatty. Oh, really? Okay, so we got messages, Snapchat, then?
Oh my god. Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I want to know.
Okay, I think I was talking about.
I think it's pretty healthy. It's not healthy. It's okay.
How often we saying though? Like,
no, if your phone is laying there and I was like, okay, cool, like I'll go through it, but like I'm not gonna be like once a week. Let me see your phone.
Like you're grounded. Like let me get no. Yeah. I just get so like a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
just to like see.
The only time a man has not let me in his phone is when he was a drug dealer, and it's like, okay, so we have business deals going on, and that's why I couldn't know about it. So
okay, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, I literally ghosted him after that. Yeah,
as you should.
Yeah,
that's scary. Okay, I want to know your thoughts on this. There's like, do you remember that list on TikTok? I'll pull it up. But it was like about like dating rules, and everyone has like different, boundaries with all this stuff. So I'm curious about yours. I'm gonna act like I'm searching for it, but I have it pulled up right here. Thank you. Okay. Because we were talking about passwords. Yeah. So like going through like men's phones, this, that.
Totally fine.
So what do you feel about like knowing the password of a guy, like, or like how do you think it should come up? It should be like, okay, you tell me on day one of date. Like, what's the
like phone password?
Yeah.
No, not day one. Maybe day 2. No. Okay. But like it is like I would, because you're on your phone, right? Yeah. And half the time you like typing it in.
Yeah.
If you push your phone away.
Yeah.
Oh, we got issues. Yeah. And the issue is we ain't dating.
Yeah.
That's the number one. Yeah.
100%.
So like I like will type my password in, you type your password in, and then at one point or another, like one of us is going to be on each other's phone for whatever reason, responding to text, answering a call, whatever the fuck. And at that point, I think it's normal to have your partner's password and be going through their phone very casually.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you the same way?
No, I feel that. Yeah. It should come up in like a very organic way. Yeah. Like, oh, we're in the car, you're driving, I don't like the song, I'm trying to change the music. Oh, what's your password? If he's like, let's just wait till I get to a red light and I'll put it in. Sus. If like he's studying and then his mom calls, or like he's like, oh yeah, can you text her saying blah 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 blah, and he's like, actually I'll just do it. Sus. Yeah. So organic ways definitely, but yeah, I feel like and also like my thing too, like my password is fucking 0000. Like
my password's my phone number. So I was like, you know my phone number, you know my password.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm just like, go through whatever the fuck you want, and like it's just like the sus, like pushing it in, like not doing that, that's when it gets a little.
Then I'm like, now I need to know what the fuck you're hiding. So now you're gonna tell me.
Right.
Yeah, or else I'm gonna beat your ass. Yeah. That's literally it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Next, we have the location. Like sharing locations and stuff.
With every serious one, I've shared a location.
It's for safety more than anything, dude.
And for me not to bother you. Because if you're out with the boys, I'm not going to be like harping on you. I want to be harping on your ass, but I'm not going to because I'm a respectful queen.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes, you know. Yeah.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. But like, are you the same for location?
Yeah. I think safety more than anything else. Yeah. And also like, I'm going to check it when I find myself checking location most is like, if I know you're coming over, I'm like, okay, like if I have a little game, I'm like, okay, he's like 2 minutes away, he's down the street. Okay, let me like light a candle. Okay, let me like spray some perfume on. Like, it's for that more than anything else. Or like, oh, I know he had class until like 4 today. It's maybe like 5, 6. He hasn't responded. Let me just see where he... Like, it's for like safety more than like double checking. Like, oh, did you mean that? Because shit happens. Say he's going to the movie theaters with his like friends and then he's at a restaurant. I'm not going to be sus about that. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Plans change. So, yeah, safety more than anything else.
Seriously, because like I remember one time I was with a guy and he was like out drinking heavily that night. Okay. So I was like, I just need to know like you get home safe to your apartment. Yeah. You don't need to text me. You don't need to call me. Right. I just need to make sure you're not fucking dead on the street. Yes. Like, that's number one. Exactly. So like I don't know why people are so iffy about location. Like
it's like,
do you not care where I'm at? Yeah. Do you not want me to care where you're at?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Because I've had nights where I'm going out, I'm crunk, I'm on the way back. Yeah. And I'm sorry, boo, you're not on my mind. McDonald's is on my mind. Like I need my McChicken right now. So it's fine. You see I'm on my way home. You see I'm in the Uber. Uber's also, I'll share it with them, right?
Oh,
so
that's
like,
sweet.
Yeah. So whenever I'm in it,
sweet.
you know it. So yeah.
Yeah. It's safety.
It's safety. Period. Look at us, be normal.
We're so healthy.
That goes into like going out.
Oh yeah.
Going out.
Girl, I used to be a dick about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about it.
Because he would go out all the time. And I'm just
how much is all the time?
Like every night.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
And man's was like also like good at school. So I'm like, what the fuck, man?
The people who are so smart but also so outgoing and social and this and that, I'm like, so God just gave you everything.
Right?
So
like,
God just gave you
everything. Let me cut your leg off so you have a little bit more struggle in your life. Yeah. Like
something.
I can't.
Yeah. 100%.
And like, you just go out every night where I was like, we can't FaceTime too much during the day because we were both in school too, right? So we got class and stuff. So it's just like, I felt like it was impairing communication at that point. And that's when I was just like, am I even your girl?
True.
Like, why don't you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, okay, maybe you're a little too extroverted for me. Maybe I need more of like a chill guy. Seriously. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. What about you?
I agree. Yeah. Like, I think on weekends is fine. Every weekend from fucking like Thursday through Sunday bender, no. But if you want to go out on like Saturdays or whatever, the whole Saturday for the boys, like fine, fuck it. Like it's really the boys, it's fine.
Yeah, not lying.
Yeah. But I feel like that's also like I love me a homebody for sure. Yeah. But also I love the feeling of like going out to a club, drinking with my man and just dancing by his side. You know, someone who will be like, okay, like you want to go out, let's go out type thing. So like it's a combination of both, but I want to be the one kind of pushing us to go out.
Okay, that's your spicy side.
Yeah.
Not him being like, we're going out, bitch.
Yeah. Because then I'm like, bitch. You call me bitch.
Yeah, you're not worth it. Has a guy ever called you a bitch?
Oh yeah. But not someone that I liked or anything. Just like in general. I'm talking about like men we like that liked us or like we liked.
We liked, but maybe got in a fight with. Has it ever been brought up in a fight?
Actually, no.
Damn, you date some respectful ass men. Not me. I date hooligans. Yeah.
What'd you do?
Let me think. A lot.
That's so bad.
It's like more emotional. It's like not what you've done. It's like where the relationship was at that point. Yeah. And it's like when you got two like very insecure, needy people in a relationship, ain't nothing gonna happen. Right. And so like I'm calling him a dick, he's calling me a bitch, and it's just like,
oh no.
Yeah. And that's when it's like, nah, never mind. No. This ain't healthy. But glad you haven't been called that. It's okay. It's fine. I'm totally fine.
Something
Why you
men
asking?
Calling women a bitch, it just sends something.
Are men calling
spine.
women females?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
ick
also
and a half.
It's an ick.
Yeah.
Can we talk about icks? Wait, there's so many things I want to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, wait. I think there's one more I want to talk about. We talk about that. Oh, social media. Should we talk about the girl best friend or no?
Okay, let's do it. Girl best friend?
Fine, girl best friend.
Disgusting.
I feel like it depends on the circumstance.
Yeah.
I feel like when we envision girl best friend, we envision this like hottie with a body, big boobs.
If she's
like,
ugly, it's fine.
Heading on.
I'm joking. I'm not joking.
The girl best friend.
Dude. Slut behavior.
Slutty slut.
Slut.
No, there could be nice girl best friends.
You sure?
Like if they've known each other for a while, okay, and it's like I have to see how like the relationship is, like brother sister vibes.
Brother sister, like what kind of brother sister?
We're not talking about Alabama. We're not talking about Alabama. But like, yeah. If they're like close, because I have a lot of like family friends I grew up with, and like if my boo was like questioning them, I'm like, oh come on, like I'm like you're crazy, like they're like legit a brother.
No, that's true.
So, but yeah, like if it's someone
family friends is different, you know.
Yeah.
If it's like someone you met in class and you're like, oh, they're my girl best friend now, I'll be like, okay, so we just like auditioning girl best friends like every week. Like the fuck is that? Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but when I think about it from my perspective, like I do have some like high school like guy best friends that are like, I'm like that's my bitch, like that's my guy, like that's you know, like I come home and I like hit up like one guy best friend, I always call him like yo, like when are we hanging out, like. And I'm like, if you're questioning him, like, you're fucking psychotic. Like, you're crazy. Okay. So, to him, not you specifically.
I'm like psychotic,
To him, I'm like, you're psychotic. So, like, I see it from both sides.
Yeah.
If they've had a thing in the past.
We good?
Huh? No, it's a fake shade. Like, if they've had a thing in the past, like the girl best friend and him, or like if something has happened.
Then you a hoe,
Then you a hoe.
Yeah, okay. He for the streets. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
yeah. And I think I'm projecting because like every time I've struggled with like my male relationships, and every time I like got out of like a physical intimate relationship, and I'll be like, okay, well we're still gonna be friends because like we've known each other for a really long time.
I get what you're saying.
There's always been that feeling of like, but you're a little more than a friend, and I love you a little bit more than that, you know. And so it was hard to date other men because it's like, but there's this man that I loved for so long, you know. So that's why I like find it hard when a guy's like, oh, this is my girl best friend. I'm like, but you care for her. And how much do you care for her?
That's true. You know? It's this whole question of like if platonic relationships can really exist.
Yeah.
Which I feel like
I think they can. Yeah. It just takes, it's a different angle and it takes a different type of work.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah.
And like seeing that vibe.
Yeah.
What do you feel about, are you friends with your exes? Like what is that vibe like?
I honestly recently, like I think a month ago talked to one.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh my God, thank God we're exes and we're not together.
Right?
You know? Like, oh, we were not meant to be.
Yeah.
But like good people and like I have, good heart to them. They good vibrations here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I talk to them every so often, but I try to make it an effort not to reach out to them too often because like respectable boundaries.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like, and I was talking to someone the other day too, and he's like, no, I'm friends with my exes because I cared about them for some point, and like, I just want to see if they're okay, dude. Like, I just want to make sure like they're fine. And I feel like that's a level of maturity I want to get to because with all of my exes, I'm on a very like no contact.
Yeah.
Like some of them I'm blocked, and some of them we're just not even following each other, and it sucks because I'm like, dude, like thinking back at them, it's been like a year and a half, like 2 years, like 2.5 years, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And now I'm genuinely like, I genuinely don't have anything towards you, and like I hope you are doing good. Like if you have a new girlfriend, I hope she's treating you well. Like seriously. I genuinely, but I'm just no contact with any of my exes, and it's a bit harsh.
It does. It's looking back at it. It's like, man, I did care for you, and you were in my life every day at one point. Yeah, and now you're not, and that's a weird feeling to sit with at times.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's mature, dude. Like I like that. Like that.
Thank you.
It doesn't have to be crazy. Like once every 6 months. Like, hey, how are you? You got that job? Awesome.
Keep it up. Stay off the drugs. It's totally fine. You can do it.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And it's just like that feeling of like what is it called? Amicable?
Animosity? No, amicable. No, that's the opposite.
That's opposite. Okay.
Amicability?
Amicability!
I don't think we said it right.
No. Okay, that's okay. Cordialness.
Yeah. Respect. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
Moving on. What was... Oh.
Okay, this is one thing, girl. And this isn't about like your taste and your tactics.
Okay.
Do you like when you're like pursuing a person, do you like the chase or do you want to just know right away?
Ooh. I like chasing the person.
Yeah.
I like, because the whole cold man thing, right? So like, I like being the one just like reeling you in. Yeah?
It's sexy.
It's sexy.
The game is fun.
It is.
Yeah. We don't want to play it too long because then we're both going to go ill.
We don't go to like 50 rounds of Uno. Like that's a bit much.
That's stupid as fuck, right? Yeah. But like, I definitely want to like chase you. I want you to chase me. And I want this just to be a little bit, like it goes back to the banter, man.
I was just going to say, it's your banter.
I want the little tension. I want it to build up. I don't want it to be like, oh, that's my husband. Cool. Like, I'm gonna marry him for the rest of my life. Super. Wedding him. Like, oh God, no, I would literally vomit. Yeah. So yeah, like, let's do that chase.
But once in the relationship,
yeah, no
obsession.
100%.
On your
worship
knees.
Me every day.
Love me.
Yeah. And I'll do the same to you. Yeah. Like, my man is my man, and I will treat him like no other.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
And I don't want you to feel like I have any sort of that type of love for any other person.
Yes.
Like, you are my man, and I will treat you like my man. Period.
Our Cancer asses are just like so like passionate.
Oh yeah.
Like 150% bitch.
No one comes. I don't even have a fucking man. And I'm like, no one comes between me and my man. But when I get one, no one comes between it. Yeah.
That's what day one.
Yeah,
since
seriously.
01, bitch. Like
for real. Yeah. Ah, we loyal.
We love that. Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Mm-hmm. Do you like the? How much do you feel like is too much? Because I feel like with my friends, we all have like different boundaries. Mm-hmm. And some of my friends will be like, yeah, like, I haven't talked to that bitch in like 8 hours. Like, it's fine. Like, this, that, you know?
Okay.
And some people are like, I need to text him all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people find too much love too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they think it's like, okay, what's the difference between like loving a lot and like love bombing?
Ooh, love bombing is like a weekend and you're like, all right, this is the one. Loving too much, I would say, is like a gradual growing of love. And then just like wanting to show them how much you love them through their love language, whatever that means to them, right? But love bombing, I find like if in 2 weeks you're like, this is the person, honey, no, you're going through something. Like that is not real love. Right. That's just like attraction and like infatuation at that point.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been there. I've done love bombing so many times. Been bombed, been bombing. I fit the image. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
It's, especially when you're young and the excitement is there. Yeah.
Especially when you saw the movies, girl.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, we're supposed to be together now.
In Bollywood, they romanticize literally eye contact and like marriage.
Yes.
Like,
breathing,
what's the name
married.
of our child?
Oh my God. Yeah. It's
a little toxic.
It's very toxic. Yeah. It's like, this is not the foundation for a healthy relationship.
And it's like, do you feel like there should be more realness to like the media? You know, with like relationship stuff, you know?
I feel like those movies would be 7 hours then, you know, because we're like showing week 1 and then week 2. So like I get why they ramp it up quickly, but there should be some sense of like, okay, it's not healthy to have like your boyfriend or girlfriend hitting up your phone every hour of the day.
Right.
You know, which unfortunately I have done. But I'm working through it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
We're healthy now.
Yeah. We get in there.
We taking vitamins. It's fine. Yeah.
What were we just talking about?
What?
Right before. Like the love, bombing. Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
How fast do you think, or when do you think is the perfect time to say the L word?
Oh, fuck me that. Girl, I've said it quick.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, mind you, I say I love you to everyone. So I'm like, I love you.
No, but in like
in a real way?
Like I love you.
I would say the healthiest would be 6 months.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a great time as well. Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh no, I'm falling in love with you.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah.
But my bitch ass has been like 2 weeks, I love you. And like I expect it back. And when someone texts you I love you, it's different for me when it's ILY. It's different with love you and versus I love you, right?
Yes.
All spelled out.
Yes.
Yep. Right?
Yes.
Because I go a little like mad when it's just ILY.
Yeah, no. That's like, oh, I'm going to the gym, illy. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's like a good night with like an illy or like a good morning, I feel like that deserves like a full I love you.
Like spell it out. Use all the syllables. You went to school. Come on.
Come on. Like reach the word count. Like, let's do this,
seriously,
please.
It means a lot to me.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Period. We're morphing into the same person and it's so scary. That's fine.
It's because we're cancers.
I know. Oh. Next episode, I'm going to find out your rising and moon and then we'll have a little astrology thing.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my God.
Yay.
I guess the last question that I really want to ask you is like, since we've had so much experiences dating and trauma dating, like what would you tell yourself if you could go back to you like 4 years ago, little Ash, what would you tell her about dating and life in general, whatever you want to advise her with in that kind of love circle? Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the things I wanted, I felt like they were too much. Okay. Like I felt like I was asking for too much. And now when I look back and I'm like, ashu cashew. That's like the bare minimum. Like, that's okay. Like, you can like ask for more, and like you provide a lot to the table, and don't be scared to like just want like there's like a few of these, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like a lot of things I'm like, oh, he's like nice to me, it's okay that like he like ghosts me like once every week, and then he also is like in contact with his ex. Like, no. I know, growing up like being like brown and this and that, we need to realize like kind of like have that security and being like, I'm confident, I know what I bring to the table, and not feeling bad to like talk about your positivities, and being like embracing it and being like, I'm this level and I deserve someone who matches that level. So I think that's what I would tell younger people.
Servants of like equal respect and equal appreciation. Because honestly, to that same note, like I for the longest time, and even now sometimes struggle with this, is like, girl, don't dim your light.
Yeah.
Like, you got so much to offer the world. You are beautiful, you are kind, you are smart, you are fun. You are all of the above, right? And sometimes when I'm dating men, I want to make room for their light. I want to make room for their energy. So sometimes I pull back. And I'm like, well, I want to give you the stage, right? And even now when I'm pursuing someone, I don't tell them that I'm a content creator. I don't tell them I'm an artist. I don't do any of that shit. Because I just want to give them the room to be comfortable and be them utmost self, and then I'll open up about etc. And sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe am I holding back? Because this is a huge part of my life. This is a huge part of your life, you know? And it's that equal balance game of like, how much love do I want to give this person, and how much love do I want to give myself in this relationship? So I tell little Sri, don't dim your light, girl. You have so much to offer the world. You know, just be yourself. And I think also stop rushing. Like, girl, why are you swiping? Like, I would be in class and I'd be just on the apps looking for my next victim. I'd be like, okay, who am I gonna fuck up next, you know? Like, I would just be on there all the time, and it was fun at the time. But now looking back, I'm like, girl, you could have like did anything else. Like, you could, one thing like an older woman told me is, she's like, all that energy you put into boys, what if you put it elsewhere? What if you put it into your craft? What if you put it into any other passion you had? It's not that boys are bad and that you can't do that. No, but it's like, that is that energy serving you? And many a times that energy that I was putting towards men that were not caring about me was not serving me. So I'd love to just translate that elsewhere, towards my passions, my hobbies, my family, my friends, because those are things that will come back and feed your energy and feed your life and your soul. I love that.
That's so fucking true and so fucking cute. I love that. Absolutely. I feel like we need to like normalize talking about other versions of love.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, I love
just
how
like
you
the
said
boy love.
There's so much love with your craft. I feel like when we act or when we sing or when we dance or we do that, that's loving us back. That's giving us joy back, right? And that's a relationship that we have. And that's something that we maintain every day, that we practice every day. It's a relationship, right?
It is.
Or with your friends or with your mom or with your sister, whatever it is. Like, there's so many other versions of love, and I feel like we need to normalize talking about it, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend, I mean, who cares about me? And I'm like, bitch, what am I doing sitting right here?
Seriously?
Am I a potato?
Literally.
Am I fucking Vara sitting on like the street? Like, no.
The fuck she look like?
So I love that. And I love like what you said about like dimming your light. That's so true. Like, shine bright, and who can take it, there wants to stay.
I heard someone say this, but it's like, if I'm too much for you, okay, go find less. Go fucking find less, because I'm not about to lessen myself to make you feel comfortable. That's not gonna happen. So I would tell little us versions of that, because like, damn, we big, we out here, we loud. We loud and we fucking proud. And that's the way it should be.
I love it. Oh, cute. Yay. Okay.
That was a great chat, dude.
I loved it. That was good.
For real.